Hi, everybody. Oh, I feel better today. I feel a lot better today. I wish it were warmer out, but it's fall now. Oh my god, I turn 39 soon. Shit. 25th. Yeah, so, little story for today. Like, just random. My mom's out, I don't know, making piles of sticks. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. I ask if she needs help. She says no. Anyway, there was a dead rabbit over at the edge of the yard earlier, and she was like, well, what should we do with it? I'm like, leave it alone. Like, it was clear a fox got it or a coyote got it, but I was like, leave it alone. And she was like, what do you mean leave it alone? I was like, leave it alone. She's like, what's gonna happen to it? I'm like, something's gonna come along and eat it. And she was like, oh, what the, why would you? And I'm just like, okay, or you can grab a snow shovel, scoop it up, and chuck it in the backyard. There you go. I mean, throw it in the woods in the backyard. I'm like, I would leave it there though. And sure enough, within like an hour, we have a hawk that lives like right in our backyard, and it was right on a back branch today, and it's this red-tailed hawk. It's beautiful, and it's just sitting. It was just sitting on the on one of the branches of the trees in the backyard, like so close to the house, and it was just sitting there for like an hour. So we just watched this red-tailed hawk. Red-tailed hawk. It was beautiful. Anyway, so the rabbit, it was a smaller rabbit. I imagine it was a young adult, but probably a male. It looked like a male. I didn't touch it and check and shit. But either a fox got it or a coyote got it, but it looks like a fox got it. I'm just saying. Coyotes do a lot more damage. They usually go in packs. They're not usually alone. Although a lot of times they are. Whatever. So I think a fox got it because we have foxes around right around our backyard too. But like, so mom was like, so what do we do with this dead rabbit? And I'm like, just leave it there. Hi, Midnight Sun. I'm like, just leave it there. It's on the edge of the yard. It's fine. And so within an hour, the hawk came and I guess just grabbed the rabbit and kind of took it a little ways with it and then just took off with it. And I was like, told you. It was just like circle of life, mom. It's like, yeah, it's like, why do you think that's my cat, when Satellizer, why do you think when she kills mice, I just bring the dead mice outside and huck them into the yard? Because that's a treat for the foxes and the coyotes and stuff like that. And there's a fox den in the backyard, so fuck it, feed the fox. They need to eat too, and the rabbits and the squirrels and stuff have figured out that when we're outside, there's no predators around, and we don't mess with them. So they just they just hang around. It's pretty cool. So it's this interesting symbiotic relationship because they hi Vodopov, because the small animals, they've learned that okay, because I'll sit outside during the summertime, and they've figured out that okay, if I'm outside, there's no predators outside, so we'll just hang around you. You leave us alone, you don't move that much, you don't make much noise, so you clearly are not something dangerous. You're out here every day, and you haven't attacked us yet. So I imagine that's got to be what they're thinking, because it's just rhythm, that kind of thing, schedule. So, yeah, they just hang out around, but yeah, circle of life, man. Mom found a dead rabbit. I was just like, yeah, there's a hawk around. It'll pick it up. And it did. It's what hawks do, man. If you look up a red-tailed hawk's cry, it's actually the cry Yep. 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 Oh God. I'm not going to. But yeah, like if you look up a red-tailed hawk and you look up the sound of its cry, it's actually the sound that they use in like movies to like use as an eagle cry. So I got out of my car yesterday when we got home, and I get out of the car, and all of a sudden I just hear this hawk cry, that insane hawk cry. I can't replicate it, obviously, but like it's that eagle cry that you hear in cowboy movies, and it's actually a red-tailed hawk. And since there's one right by, like I heard it like clear as day. It sounded like it was right off of a soundboard. I was like, that was amazing. Like, I cry like a hawk a lot. Okay? It must be loud. Anybody that's heard a red-tailed hawk, that thing had to be like 100 feet, 150 feet above me, and I heard it like clear as day. Like, it was so cool though. Like, it's a wicked cool bird, and like every once in a while you'll kind of see me looking around on it. But it doesn't appear to be around this area today. I imagine it has different spots around the neighborhood. Because there's mice, and there's voles, and there's smaller creatures to swoop down and take. Nature's badass. Very few people aren't crying nowadays. That's, can't argue with that. I mean, shit, I was crying last night. I had to take down the live because I was just like, nah, that's not appropriate. I was crying my eyes out. A song got me all up in my feelings. The video got copyright struck anyway because I was listening to the radio, and God forbid a song comes on. Yeah, no, I get it though. You have to have a license in order to play like types of music. Even in a bar, like if you own a bar and you have a like a jukebox, you have to have rights that you sign. It's like an agreement to have that jukebox, that it counts how many times those songs are played, so that the artist can get paid when they're played. But that means the bar has to have that license. If they don't have that, they're not allowed to have a jukebox. I learned that in college. Yum yum. See, this is where I lose everybody. I always end up with like 1 or 0. But I just felt in a better mood today. Like, I was in such a crap mood yesterday, so I felt like coming on and being like, hey, I'm not in a shit mood today. I'm actually in a better mood. Oh my goodness. Like, so there it is. Like, but whenever I talk about rabbits, I think about the movie Watership Down, which is a really good movie. Go back and watch it. Like, I mean, you can watch it right here on YouTube. You can watch the whole thing. Watch When the Wind Blows. Watch Plague Dogs, and watch and the one I just mentioned. Wow. Yeah, watch those 3. They're kick-ass. Like, because they're like animated, so they seem like they're gonna be, oh, nice movie. No, Watership Down, sorry. But they go into these psychological mindfuckery that's like, okay, this isn't a kid's movie. Like, and like, you don't realize that until like 3/4 of the way through. So I know a lot of kids around like the 80s and 90s that watched like Watership Down, or When the Wind Blows, or like anything like that. This is the same guy that like wrote the book The Snowman, and like made the why? Really? Elsa? Why? I can't read that well without them, but whatever. This is the same guy that wrote made the book The Snowman. and like, you know, made like children's books. So like seeing a book like when you suddenly read When the Wind Blows, and like it's about like nuclear destruction of the world, and like how it goes on around this English couple, this old English couple, and like it's fucking crazy, man. Like it started as a graphic novel, and you can still read the graphic novel. But like the movie is also very good. Both versions are kick ass. Same thing with Watership Down. It's just that it delves into these unbelievably crazy ideas. Now, Plague Dogs, that one's crazy. Um, that one goes into like the idea of animal vivisection and like scientific studies being conducted on animals without the express consent of the government and the FDA and stuff like that, or the you know, like things like that, like. And since it takes place in the 80s, it has this very disturbing feel to it, because it has that overwhelming like feeling of like the Cold War, like it had back in the 80s, you know, where everyone was kind of scared at all times. You know, I don't really know about that because I was born in 86 when the Cold War ended, so, you know, but yeah, there, I took my glasses off, Elsa. Hope that did it for you. Anyway, but yeah, like Plague Dogs also goes into the idea of like messing with having one's mind messed with, and like the idea of survival and how it works and things like that. It's just a fantastic film. Like also Skinny Puppy, in their remix of the song Texture, they take quotes from Plague Dogs and they put it in the music. It's pretty cool. Or samples. As you can hear, I still feel like shit. Oh god, and my water's inside. Superb. But yeah, like Watership Down's interesting because the rabbits have like all of their own different like kind of words to describe things. I think like a car is like a ba-da-da-da-da-da or something like that, because that's the sound that cars make. Like, so there's just all these different words that like is rabbit terminology that in the book it like lets you know about them, so, like at the end, so you can look up different words and things like that. Like there's different classes to the first warren that's there, and you know, every warren kind of works differently, so it shows you these different societal structures set up in weird forms and weird ways, and done through rabbits. So it's like, okay, that's really cool. Like, at least I thought it was. It was a very interesting way to go into it. No, like, I mean, I feel good. Like, emotionally, I feel much, much better. My throat is still fucked completely. I need water right now, and it's inside. But what is one to do? So, yeah, I sound like I'm fucking gargling fucking drywall. Like, but, yeah. I sound like fucking RFK, dude. The autism is caused by, seed made of in a muffin. You know, and I do steroids sometimes, but how are you supposed to tell me that heroin isn't bad for you? You know, and that's my RFK. You know, yeah, I try to like put some like, you know, just some of his random ass like words that are in there. Nah. No, not at all. Yeah, no, I apologize for being a ding dong. I was up in my feelings yesterday. Way up in my feelings. I drank, and on top of those feelings, not good. Not a good combo. Silly thing to do. So, can't do that. I gotta not do that. You know, it's like, I hate that. You get depressed, and it's like, you know, maybe a drink would help. And it's not going to. So, No more drinky when I feel batty. If I feel goody, then maybe drinky. But not that much. Jesus, I did? God damn. No. That's not me at all. I fucking hate fighting. Ugh. Ew. I don't know if it was you, though. I thought it was the Trump ass. That's the guy that I was pissed off at. Because that's someone from around my area. So I found the profile and I just went and subscribed to their channel. Because I'll be like, we'll figure it out. Not in a bad way. I just want to know who you, like, it's like, so much about my past. Who are you? Like, but I think that was Trump ass. I don't think I wanted to fight you. I think I was just pissed about being like, don't tell me to get off. I don't know. Like, if I was being a ding dong. And I'm sorry. Being a total douche. I apologize. Big time. Like, truly. My bad on that. Well, I know that Trump ass and Zach were asking for it. You were probably not at all. Like, so, but I remember those two definitely fucking were. But I can't remember you saying anything that should have pissed me off. So, my bad. Oh, my bad. Fucking. Wow, now I feel like a total asshole. I'm sorry. Wow. When my voice gets better, I'll play a whole thing just for you. Like all of my songs, all the Invisible Planet songs, I'll play them. Yeah. I'm sorry, I sound so bad right now. Thanks for understanding, man. Like, that's gonna be, I'm gonna try to, like, this is the voice I gotta have to, like, do the RFK impression, it's just, but you have to, like, say the most random shit, right? It's just like, autism can be found in the foreskin, and when I was a lawyer, they told me that, it was okay to do steroids while I was on trial. So I would go into the bathroom, and you see I would do several cc's of testosterone, and it would help my litigating skills at the time. And I think going swimming in water that is deemed unfit for humans. I think that's personally just a matter of opinion. Personally, that's like what I think RFK is like. He just says the most random shit, kind of like Jesse Ventura. Like like Jesse. Like, I love Will Sasso's like quotes that he has, because he's so good at just pulling these random quotes out, like being Jesse, Halliburton organized the BP oil spill, and then he'll follow that up with just what's good is just tortillas. You just take a tortilla and you put some scrambled eggs on it, and you just try that. It's really good. It's like, I don't live in the continental United States. I live in the Baja, and I try to bring a bit of Minnesota with me to the Baja. I call it Baja soda. Oh God, I'm fucking like, no, man, no. I'm feeling better today. There's the hawk. To be fair, I don't know if it's a female or male, and I don't know. I'm just assuming, since I haven't seen any nest very nearby, I'm assuming it's a male. Also, it was sitting on a branch earlier for like a while. I don't know any mama bird that would do that. But I don't know that much about avian behavior and stuff like that. I just know that the avian variety of like birds, stuff like that. Like, I think that they're cool because they're the last dinosaurs left. Like, they're the avian dinosaurs, and they're the only ones that survived. So like, they are dinosaurs. They're just like what's left. got nerfed. They got nerfed big time because the Earth got kaboomed. Yeah. That's why, like, people always say, like, well, humans have to be special. I mean, Jathahus. Hello, I mean. Yeah, that's why, like, because, like, 99.9% of, like, life on the planet has gone extinct. So I'm like, I don't know why we think we're special. Like, I don't know. The dinosaurs were around so much longer than we were. Like, so much longer. There was, like, I don't know how many epochs they survived. Like, and, like, humans have been through one. Do I support Israel? No. No, I do not. I do not support Israel. I think what they're doing is absolutely committing a genocide. I think that the people of Israel are severely miseducated in the fact that they think that, like, Palestine isn't a country and that Palestinians aren't people and that land belongs to them. I'm like, no, dude, the state was formed by the fucking British, bro. Like, and like before that, it was Jerusalem, and Christians, Muslims, and Jews lived side by side. No biggie. And then, oh, let's make a city state. That's a good idea. Didn't need to happen. Now, like, for a while there, I was on Israel's side for a bit there at the beginning, because I was like, well, Hamas did attack. What did they expect? Benjamin Netanyahu is a warmonger. He was looking for an excuse. Now, having done way more of my homework, I realize that Israel's the fucking crybaby that picks on everybody around them. And then when they finally get hit back, they run back to Mommy America. Or Teacher America. And they're like, they hit me. None of them like me. No shit. You keep bombing them, bro. Like, fucking hell. Like, it's like, not to mention that, like, you want to say that there's like a ceasefire. Motherfucker, no, there isn't. Within the first 24 hours of the ceasefire, you killed 64 people. And that's on the IDF, dude. And you're asking Hamas to disarm. Why? So you can come right in and kill all of them without a problem? They know what you're doing. They know what's up, dude. Like, so now I realize that, like, Israel's been fucking around for the last, like, 40, 50 years. And it's just like, nah, dude, nah. I ain't on their side anymore. Like, Palestine has its own problems as far as the country goes. But they have the right to exist. They have the right to exist and live, without being killed off. There's no other way to put it. Starved, shot. Aid put hundreds of yards away, hundreds of meters away from where refugees, not even refugees, where people are being kept. And then when they go to get that aid, the IDF throws tear gas at them and shoots at them. You're going to tell me that's not war crimes, bro. No, dude. I live in the USA. Fuck America. Nah, man, not this USA. America was nice at one point. Now it's garbage. Absolute trash. Filled with white supremacists everywhere. And I will not get behind them, and I will not... No, that's when I realized that, like, it was nice for us, because we are white. Well, I'm part Native American, but I present white, definitely. It was good for us because we had the wool pulled over our eyes still. Now it's gone. This last election, I don't care what race you are. This last election, because if you support anything on the side at all, that's supporting white supremacy. So you don't have to be white to support white supremacy. We've seen that everywhere. Like, so, I don't know. I'm kind of major anti-Nazi, proud Antifa. Cool. I have a preference for black girls because they're more plugged in to like the societal structure of what's going on and what has always gone on with America and the systematic racism that has been in our country since its very inception. That's when I realized that, like, this last election showed me that, like, oh, this country is still a racist pile of shit. They'd rather a convicted felon and child fucker in the White House than a competent black woman. And that showed me everything I needed to know about America. So I was like, oh, okay, we still live in a racist shithole. It's just that the racist shitheads went underground for a while because we were doing the proper thing for a bit there and shaming the fuck out of them as we properly should. But now they want that negative attention. So all you have to do is mock them, make them feel stupid. And it's that easy because they are stupid. So it's like, okay, well, that's easy. So no, I don't love America. Not at the moment. Definitely not at the moment. You can be all USA, USA all you want. The country we live in right now is a fucking shithole. Like, the idea of what America is supposed to be is a fantastic idea. This is a land of refugees. That's what it is. It always has been that. It's really racist, but I kind of agree with you. India has, like, really, 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 really smart people that, are we, though? Because I see people who are American citizens being rounded up by Gestapo, ICE, and being zip-tied and just sent away with no due process. I don't call that the land of the free. If you do, I don't know what's up with you, man. The headbutt. Oh, they do that weird thing, don't they? But I'm not. Yeah, like, I'm not really down with the sewers being either cramped to death, where, like, good luck getting anywhere. Like, being on the street is like, it's like playing Frogger, except, like, you will die if you fuck up. I've seen all of the ICE commercials. They make me sick. Because it shows that, like, some of the government officials actually have, like, morals and standards. So instead of trying to make them, like, instead of giving up on that, they are just hiring random trash fucking bounty hunters, thugs, off the street, and just offering them money to go pick up whomever. And I've been mistaken as Spanish. So there's a good chance I might just end up, poof, out of the country. Not to mention, I'm outspoken, member. There's no member. I'm an outspoken Antifa, anti-fascist. I am atheist. I fit, like, several government watch lists, like, as far as potential domestic problem. Yeah, but that's disgusting. I don't give a shit if they make bank. I hope they all get shot. Like, if you're an ICE member, I hope you die. Like, literally. Like, I hope you fucking die. Yep. I'm not proud of it, ICE. I'll never be proud of the country because we have ICE. And as, oh, do you now? If you're black, trust me, they're coming for you first, not me. Take it easy, asshole. Yeah, no, we're not doing that shit. But, yeah. As much as I, like, don't want to admit it, India does have its big problems when it comes to, like, social awareness, social behavior, and stuff like that. And the problem is that there's really, really, really intelligent people that come to other countries from India and are awesome, but they bring that culture of, like, not respecting your neighbors and not respecting the people around you and not respecting space. Some of them bring that with them, like, but a lot of people come from other places and bring crap with them, but it's not the average person that does that. And nowadays people hear the word immigrant and they immediately go, immigrant equals criminal, and that's not how that works, like, at all. Like, an undocumented person in the country does not mean they're here illegally. It just means currently their documents aren't up to par, and they're probably getting that work done, like, at the very moment, because they're probably working for somebody. Like, it's ridiculous. But this is what I'm talking about, though. See, you got people out there being like, I hope ICE shows up to your house. Durba durka durka. You know, are you serious? Dude, you gotta stop with the slurs and shit on my channel. I don't like it. I'm not into racist shit. I'll call stuff the way it is, but I'm not into racist shit. Now, pointing out that some Pakistani or Indian people come over here and show a lack of kind of respect for social decorum. Jeets? Yeah, because it's Pajit. And Pajit is a slur, man. Like, shit, dude. It's like calling someone a Haji. Like, just knock it off. Like, but, like, that's the weird, that's the, like, the thing is that we're all fed this misinformation. Some of it's true. Some of it's true. I met when I lived in LA, some of the rudest people I met were Indian. It wasn't because they were Indian. They just happened to be rude people and they were Indian. Like, I don't know if it was from their culture. No idea. But, like, I just know they were rude. Like, but, it is what it was. That was so long ago, too. But, like, yeah, I've heard about, I've heard from people around the world that Indians and Chinese people also have a bad tendency to behave absolutely fucking terribly in other countries. Like, no respect for the people around, things like that. Like, and I've heard that from multiple sides, man. So it's like, I don't know. Once I hear it a few times, it's like that saying someone said once, if someone calls you a horse once, you tell them to shut up, okay? But if a second person calls you a horse, start thinking a little bit and say, but tell them, hey, shut up about that shit. But if a third person calls you a horse, you might want to start looking for a saddle. So, it's just, some stuff is the way it is. Now, is the caste system in India fucked? Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Is bringing it to other countries fucked? Abso-fucking-lutely. However, did white people start it? Yeah, you better fucking believe it. Like, colonialists started that shit. Like, because the caste system was something completely different before the British showed up. Then when the British showed up, they were like, I've noticed that they have a system of how they look at people with respect. We can use this and make it so that the more white ones are looked at more respectedly than the darker ones. And that's exactly what the British did. And they used the caste system to make it so that like people with a lighter skin complexion were higher up, people with darker ones at the bottom. You know, that's why you got like the Brahmins all the way to like the Dalits. And like the Dalits, dude, there's a reason why if you go on some gore sites, don't go on gore sites. But like, you know, there's videos where you'll see people just beating, like it'll be in India, you know it's in India when you see one of the videos. I know that sounds racist, but like I said, it's just fucking facts. When you see a certain video, you're like, that's India. Anyway, you'll see like someone, like a group of guys just running after one dude, and they'll just either grab boards, or they'll have knives, or they'll have whatever, and they will just beat this guy to death, like overkill by like tenfold. Beat him to death right in the street. Nobody does shit. And I always wondered, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, each one of these guys looks like they weigh about $1.05 each. Like, they do love necklacing, but that's more in that's more in Africa. But it does happen in India too, yeah. No, the necklacing, that's a whole different bucket of fish. Woo. Yeah, no, you've been where I've been. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about then. Like, you know, and so I wondered for a while, I'm like, why is no one helping these people? And I always thought it was the bystander effect, but it's not. It's literally that like some of the people there are like the Dalits are considered untouchables. So like no one gives a shit if they starve to death in the street. Like if they're dying like in the street, people will walk over them. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. And they're known as the untouchables. You know, and oh my god, fucking I'm sorry that I keep scratching my nose. I swear I'm not on opiates or anything. This is fucking allergies. And I want to sneeze and I can't. Oh, it's so bad. It's the worst. It's the worst torture. But yeah, no. Then I tell people that like you do know in Africa they're still killing people for witchcraft, right? And people are like, no, they're not. They're not doing that. And I'm like, oh, they very much are. And I'm like, yeah, no. I've seen people stoned to death. I've seen countless times people have been necklaced because they're witches. And I'm like, bro, that's just a different level. That's when you kind of figure out that it's like, okay, this country's bad, but it's not that bad yet. You know? Like, we're not on some fifth world level, some shit. And like, shit, yeah, that's some crazy fucking shit. But, like, you know, with a lack of like the of resources and education and things like that, people end up believing in old timey stuff like that, and then you get shit like that happens in Africa, you know, and not everywhere in Africa, but you know, some places shit. Like, it's rough. It's a rough continent. It's been taken advantage of for so long that there's like no infrastructure left. Like crazy stuff, man. What is going on there? I'm worried about that. Oh boy. Hopefully it's not skin cancer. Anyway. Shit, man. What's like, I got like 14 more days, I think, before I get my teeth. I'm right about which part? Because I went through a few things there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Some guy put this thing up online. It was like this really short. It was a YouTube short, and he was like, oh, like the cartel, like warned America, don't fuck around, and you won't find out. And he was like, you should be scared of this. Look up Funky Town Gore. And I just wanted to put up a comment immediately. Do not look up Funky Town Gore. Like, don't ever look that up. Oh, thank you. Like, don't ever fucking look that up. Ever. You'll never be the same. Ever. Like, it's like, unless you're used to that kind of shit, like, nah, man. Like, unless you started looking up, like, dark shit when you were in, like, middle school and high school, like I did and shit, and you, like, just kind of got used to it, but, like, you're not a psychopath, so you know how to handle it correctly, then, you already probably know about it. But, like, yeah, if you don't go looking for that shit, don't go looking for that shit. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, no, the cartels do some fucking fucked up shit. See? Here we are. Yeah, see? Oh my god. Patel is a very common last name over there. Oh. Like I just said that whole thing and then this. Unbelievable. You try and you fail. Like, in trying, I punish myself. It is what it is. I want to go get my ear pierced. My left ear. I used to have a 16 gauge, and it was like a ring. It was just a captive hoop. I would like that again. I don't need one of those big gauges. Like, I'm good. I wouldn't be able to deal with that. Because that's like, there's no coming back from that. So I'm good. Like, you have to get, like, special surgery to get that, like, fixed. And I'm like, no, I don't want to have plastic surgery if I ever decide that I just want my earlobe to fit a regular earring back in it, It's nuts to me. Like, some people really got those crazy gauges too. They go, bah. And I'm like, doesn't that get annoying? Like, bouncing around your head and trying to sleep on it or some shit. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'll never know. Windy today. Oh man, I'm gonna go back inside and watch more anime. And drink water. I am dying. My throat is like, I feel like it's on fire. Like, so it's like, it makes me not want to go out, just in a sense that, like, I don't want to get anybody sick, but the name Bajit is? I did not know that. My bad on that one, then. Made the wrong call. Again. I thought it was a racist term, man. Whatever. Because I've heard it referred to so many times, and whatever. I don't fucking know. I've heard soldiers saying things, but I don't know if you can... Soldiers speak in a different language than, citizens. Ugh. That's all I was worried about. I just don't want to insult anyone by accident. No. Yeah. Oh, shit. The fuck? Sorry. No, like, down my street, this car's driving down, and then this truck that's about to go by, he must have been on the phone or some shit. And he just, like, swerved. Oh no, he was driving around these people walking their dog who are in the middle of the fucking road. So he's driving around them. He's on the one side of the street. Truck's coming the same side. These people are dumb. Just walking in the street. I think I've seen them before. Like, they're in the middle of the road, and if you drive behind them, they'll just wave at you. Like, they won't get out of the way. They'll just wave at you. No, that's not them. Okay, good. Thank God. Those people were annoying as hell. Don't start with that shit. Oh, they have an itty bitty dog. That's adorable. Yeah. Oh man, I miss the warmer weather when I could sit outside and just watch stuff. You feel more in, kind of at one with nature. Like, and fresh air is always nice. Shit. Whatever. Well, I'm out of topics for now. I'll come back at some point. I don't know how people do these like 10-hour streams. I'm like, how do you not run out of shit to do? But it's because they got friends with them. They're not doing it all alone. All right. Peace out, guys. Stay safe. That's the most important thing.